This video is presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Every great team starts with a strong foundation, and your future should too. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect what matters most so you can focus on winning today while planning for tomorrow. Whether you're just starting out your journey, building your dynasty, or ready to retire like a champion, Western and Southern has the right play for your life stage. Visit westernsouthern.com to get your free life insurance quote today. Western and Southern, built to win. The final game, let's turn the clock back to Thursday Night Football. Atlanta Falcons take down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 29-28 was the final score here in this one. Top 5 graded players that we had for the Atlanta Falcons. Tight end Kyle Pitts with a 90.4. Offensive guard Chris Lindstrom with a 79.4. Defensive tackle David Onyemata, 75.0. Center Ryan Nuzio with a 73.2. Offensive guard Matthew Bergeron, a 72.6. Kirk Cousins, a 78.2. On Tampa Bay side of things, Tristan Wirfs, yes, a 97.0. It's one of the highest graded games for an offensive tackle I've ever seen. Wide receiver Mike Evans with an 84.8, back in action. Wide receiver Mecca Ibuka, an 82.4. Defensive tackle Logan Hall, a 76.5. Offensive tackle Luke Gedeke, a 73.7. And then quarterback Baker Mayfield, a 67.3. Dalton South told the story. What do we got?
You want me to go first? Okay, I'll go first. All right, I didn't know if you had anything you need to get off your chest there or what. But
no, the Bucs need to clean house, this entire coaching staff. That's what I would say.
The first place Bucs.
Yes. The rare wins the division, but do what you need to do in the offseason.
Aren't the Bucs the ones they won the division at 8-9 that year too?
Yeah. Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Might do it again. We'll see.
I think the team is sort of like at each other's throats now, you know? Like
that part's not great.
No. Like that's the part that's bad. Like Mike Evans, even like Vita Vea and Hassan Reddick and Antoine Winfield Jr. were like, it looked like sort of bickering is probably the best way that I would say it. They weren't like yelling at each other, but they were clearly like loudly talking at each other of how did this just happen at the very end? How did they allow this team to get into field goal range? How could this possibly happen? And then Mike Evans afterwards, you see the video of him being pissed. He's yelling 3rd and 28 as he goes to the locker room. And according to Joe Bucks fan who was down there, they said that he absolutely like lost his mind afterwards after the video like cut off. You have after the game Emeka Ibuka afterwards in the locker room saying like, oh, well, you know, we got to get together. We got to, you know, like we got to talk with everybody in the locker room and we all got to like get together. And essentially it was saying like we got to remember we're on the same team because basically right now it feels like the offense hates everybody who's on the defense side of the ball. And I just think that's it. And then you have Todd Bowles afterwards basically saying coaches can't do any more. Players have to execute. And it's like, okay, I don't think you're wrong. You can't really say that when your team's at each other's throats. It's just it's a horrible look, man. It's a horrible look. Yeah. I'm going to stop talking before I say too much.
Well, one reason it was a struggle defensively is because as we've talked about all season, the Bucs just cannot get pressure with a 4-man rush. This team has to blitz to get any pressure on quarterbacks. And look, the 42% of the time that Todd Bowles blitzed in this game, for the most part, it worked, right? Because Kirk Cousins, he's not going to move. He's not going to improvise. He can't really throw off his back foot anymore. He was 9 for 18, just 6.5 yards per attempt, a 60 passing grade against the blitz, right? Through 2 touchdowns. But for the most part, their defense looked a lot better when they were blitzing. Kirk Cousins against non-blitzes, against a standard rush in this game, Trevor, 87.3 passing grade, 21 of 26, 256 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 big-time throws. When they allowed Cousins to be comfortable in the pocket because they can't get any pressure with a 4-man rush, Kirk Cousins beat him. And he's done it 3 times now. He's torn them up 3 times now while in Atlanta, right? Apparently, Kirk Cousins isn't great unless he sees those Tampa Bay creamsicles on the other side, and then he looks fantastic. It looks like the best Kirk Cousins we've ever seen. And I think, to me, what embodies this the most is that very last sequence. You talk about 3rd and 28 and all of that, right? The start of that drive, Trevor. Todd Bowles blitzes on 1st and 10, gets a sack, 2nd and 18. Todd Bowles blitzes again, holding penalty, 2nd and 28. Todd Bowles blitzes on 2nd and 28. Cousins throws off his back foot, incomplete. 3rd and 28. No blitz, sits way back in quarters, gives up 14. 4th and 14. Sits back, cover 2. Sills just walks to the sticks. and your flat corners up on a swing on Bijan on 4th and 14. It just that sequence right there, 5 plays embodied the whole thing. When they blitz against this quarterback especially, they were just fine. And the second he had to let off the gas, because you're not really going to find any defensive coordinators who blitz every single play. Maybe Todd Bowles wants to. Maybe he should at this point. That's just what it came down to all year. Among all the problems they have on defense, to me, it starts with the fact that when they only send 4, they get nowhere.
Yeah. No, you're totally right. And Jamel Dean's been hurt. Zion McCollum's not going to be out for the next 4 games. The linebackers absolutely cannot cover. Savasier Dennis, Levante David. David can't run anymore. Dennis can't cover.
Deion Jones in this game, which is, we've spoken to the lack of
Deion
depth
Jones, they
since
just
the
signed
beginning
Anthony
of the
Walker Jr.
Yeah.
Like, it just, they have nothing. They have no pass rushers. They have no one who can win as a one-on-one winner. Kalijah Kancey being out hurts this team more than most people realize. He's basically the only one who can get pressure consistently, even with Hassan Reddick out there. It's just if this team wins the division, I think they get absolutely killed in whatever first game they play, unless Baker Mayfield himself absolutely turns it around. Because Mayfield's also, if Mayfield, I've talked about this over the last couple of weeks, and I've talked about it specifically on the preview show that we do on Wednesdays. And over the last 3 weeks, every single week I have highlighted uncatchable, inaccurate passes that Baker Mayfield has. And this week it was a little less. It was like 22% instead of 37%, which was league leading that he had, that we talked about on the Wednesday episode. But Mayfield is also why this team is not winning right now. And I understand he's playing hurt. People are going to be like, oh, he's playing with a hurt shoulder. And I'm not even saying that Teddy Bridgewater would be better. I'm just saying that, like, how he's playing is not going to win you football games right now.
At least in this game, because I would say it was erratic, but he was good enough.
He was better. I would use the word better. I wouldn't even use good.
The throw to Ibuka and that whole offensive play calling sequence right around the 2-minute warning.
You talking about the last throw?
Yeah, that could have been.
Has to hit it.
Could have been better.
Has to hit it. Dalton.
Yeah.
Dalton. The words are has to hit it.
Yeah.
Has to hit it. You have to hit that throw. You're a starting quarterback in the NFL. You have to hit that throw. And I'm not trying to be overly harsh. I'm not trying to say like one play matters than like everything else. But the fact of the matter is, you hit that throw, game's over.
Yep.
Your game up on Carolina, and now you would have been
one win, possibly from the division.
You would have been 1 win possibly from taking the division again. Hit the throw.
Yeah.
And Mayfield does, right? Like, I won't take that away from him. He's not shying away from it. Afterwards, he goes, this one's on my shoulders. This one's going to sting. I have to hit that throw. But he's not wrong. He has to hit, and that's been the story of this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. All the injuries that they have dealt with, a defense that is not figuring it out right now, and a quarterback that is far too erratic for you.
Yeah.
That's the story of the Buccaneers. And even if they win the division, if they are playing the way that they're playing right now, they get smoked in whatever playoff game it is.
The one bit of good news offensively that comes out of this is he was a little better.
He was a little better.
A little better.
Yep.
And with Mike Evans out there, who was their best player on the field, because of course he was.
Yep. He's a stud.
They, in recent weeks without him, you could tell they did not have an answer for man coverage. They at least have the man coverage answer, which is still, in the year 2025, chuck it up to Mike Evans.
And it'll often work.
And it still works.
Yeah.
So you at least have that.
Yep.
And you probably won't see a ton of man-to-man coverage next week against Carolina, so that'll be a different task. But you know what? 3-game season now for both of them.
Look, we said that it was going to all come down to the 2 out of 3 games that they play here at the end of the season, that they play Carolina. And it is. Like, that's good. I can't wait for Bucs-Panthers Week 18 to get flexed to Sunday Night Football.
Tirico and the boss?
Because the winner of that game has the most on the line when it comes to a playoff spot. Sunday Night Football, Week 18.
Well, it could either
Buccaneers, Panthers.
It's either that or...
Because that one's in Tampa, right? I think the last one's in Tampa.
Correct. That one's in Tampa.
Yeah,
this week is Carolina.
Carolina.
What week is Raven? If you get Ravens Steelers, too, it could be that.
Damn, it could be that.
I don't know if they'd go Bucs Panthers over Ravens Steelers.
Yeah, you're probably right. No, just ratings alone, they wouldn't do that.
Maybe.
Nah, I don't think so.
Bryce?
If both are winner of the division gets to the playoffs, they won't pick Bucs Panthers.
Damn.
Yeah.
It would be fun. That'd be fun.
I guess Seahawks Niners. I guess Seahawks Niners is here too.
You don't think Chris would request to go to Tampa? Nice warm Tampa in the second week of January instead of Pittsburgh. Go somewhere nice and warm for the last week.
Because I think those are the only ones. Seahawks Niners.
Oh, a one. If we could get there, maybe this one's a maybe. You could there's a scenario where you have Lions Bears for a playoff spot, for the last playoff spot.
Oh yeah.
Because if the Lions are going to make the playoffs, they probably have to catch the Bears.
Right.
They're rooting for the Packers, I think, pretty hard this week.
They can't catch the Packers?
That's more of a win out, lose out thing because the Packers beat them both times. The Lions beat the Bears way back when. The Bears catching the Bears is, I believe, more likely for Detroit than catching the Packers would be because they lose the Packers tiebreaker. They actually would rather just the Packers beat the Bears again and have it come down to Lions Bears. That'd be a fun one.
Everyone's got takes. Numbers have truth. And the truth is, most people are betting with emotion. Sportsbooks feed on it. TikTok gurus sell it. The hype machine runs on it. That's how you lose. PFF is different. You're betting with winning data. The same data trusted by all 32 NFL teams and the sharpest minds in the game. PFF betting tools take every prop, every matchup, every angle, and run them through our custom models. Built on the best football data in the world. What comes back is your edge. Simple, sharp, and built to win. Want to go deeper? PFF puts a pro-level analytics department in your hands, giving you the same insights teams use to find every advantage. Build your game plan with matchup analysis. Project every snap, every matchup, and every edge before kickoff. Because the smartest plays start long before Sunday. Hit rates show how a player performs against their prop and against defenses built the same way. It's the data that gives you real confidence in every pick. Next, Key Insights translates PFF data into the story behind every matchup, giving you the why that powers your bets. From coverage schemes to defensive looks, it's the context that turns raw numbers into winning decisions. When you're ready to take action, filter through every prop on the market and focus on the opportunities that matter, by game, matchup, or value. Then, shop for the best available line in your area and tap your book of choice to place the bet instantly. Everyone's got takes, but now you've got truth. Bet with data, win with PFF.